Hi guys, it's Lane from Hey There Smile, and if you can't tell, I changed up my filming background. I just wanted to do something different, so let me know in the comments down below if you guys like the new background or not. But yeah, today I'm going to be filming a video talking about why I chose UCLA over Berkeley. And I've been wanting to film this video for a while now, but I've waited until I got my UCLA gear, so I finally got it and I can wear it and film this video, so here it is. But I hope this video is helpful for any of you guys who will go through this hard decision in the future or are going through it right now. I hope this video will shed some light on how you will make your decision, so let's get to it. So personally for me, UCLA was actually my dream school all throughout high school. I really wanted to get into UCLA, so when I got in I was elated and I immediately thought I was going to commit to UCLA. But then Berkeley results came out a couple weeks after and I got in, and I was totally not expecting to get in, but somehow I got in, which was crazy. And so I went to both Bruin Day and Cal Day, which are events for admitted students. So basically you go to the campus and they give you tours and basically are trying to lure you into their school. And so I went to Bruin Day first, and I had actually gone to UCLA a couple of times before that, so I was pretty familiar with the campus and the vibe. And when I went to Bruin Day, I knew it was just the perfect atmosphere for me. The LA and Berkeley atmospheres are very different, and so personally I liked the LA vibe a lot better. But for me, what made the decision harder was when I went to Berkeley for Cal Day. I surprisingly didn't dislike it or hate it. In fact, I really liked it, and that made my decision a lot harder. It was totally unexpected, but when I walked around campus and my friend gave me a tour around Berkeley, the college town, I really found myself liking it, and so I was even more conflicted between the two, and I really wasn't sure which one I should choose. And so for me, I was deciding between a couple of factors, and these are a couple of factors that hopefully will help you guys decide where to go. Number one is location. Location isn't a super big deal for me, at least, but I kind of liked that LA was closer to home because I live in SoCal and it's like a couple hours drive from LA to my home place, and so it's not that far, whereas Berkeley is in NorCal, so it's a lot farther. And so I just thought it'd be more convenient for me to visit my parents and for my family to visit me. So yeah, that's one factor that I considered. And then number two is atmosphere or vibe of the school. LA and Berkeley have very different vibes, and really there's no better vibe or better atmosphere that either school has. It's just really what suits you. And obviously LA weather versus Berkeley weather makes the atmosphere kind of different as well. LA is just sunny, and then Berkeley, it gets gloomy a lot more often and things like that. And also atmosphere has to do with campus, and this is super important, but if you guys get the chance, you should walk around the campus and really try to see yourself as a student there and see if you can see yourself walking around there as a future student. And for me, that's what I did on Bruin Day and Cal Day. I just spent some time by myself walking around the campus and trying to see if I could see myself as a student next fall. And definitely I think I could picture myself more at LA as a student than Berkeley, just because the campus vibes are super different. I would have to say LA has more of that traditional college vibe, where it's brick buildings and super lots of trees. It really feels like one big college campus. And Berkeley, since it's the first UC campus founded, it's a lot more older. The buildings are a lot more older. A lot of the buildings look different and they're all kind of random, but there's a charm to that too. So it really depends which one you like better. And another factor to consider is which school is better for your major or what you want to do. And for me, I actually wanted to do business or economics. And in that case, I compromised because Berkeley actually has undergraduate Haas program, which is very renowned, and it's just a really strong business program. But for that program, it's not guaranteed that you'll get in. You have to apply. For me, since I don't know what I want to exactly do, I decided to choose LA because I could still explore my options and not have to feel like I have to get into the Haas program at Berkeley. Also, some other factors to consider is just surrounding area, Westwood, LA versus Berkeley. And Berkeley has a lot more of a college town feel. They have a lot of tiny shops and cafes, and it kind of feels like New York, but a really toned down version. And they also have really good public transportation. They have this thing called the BART, which is actually an underground subway station, and it can take you to San Francisco and other places. And so I thought that was super nice. And then LA, on the other hand, does not have good public transportation at all. But I do really like Westwood, the surrounding area. And there's also just a lot of other small factors like food, if that's important to you, extracurricular activities, like what each school offers. Even if you go to both schools, I think they both offer a lot of different activities that you can do. So it's not a really big factor, but for me, I love to dance and I'm a hip hop dancer. And I know that LA has a lot bigger dance community than Berkeley, and this was a super small factor for me, but that's just kind of one of the small reasons why I chose LA. And I think overall the most important factor for me that led me to choose LA over Berkeley was the home factor. And basically it's the feeling you get when you walk onto campus and you feel like you're at home. You just feel like this is right. I just feel at peace here. It just feels like I'm meant to be here. And for me, I felt that as soon as I walked onto the UCLA campus during my junior year in high school. When I was walking around campus, I just felt at home. Like, it just felt right. And at Berkeley, even though I really liked it, I just didn't feel that home factor. Like, I didn't feel like I belonged. That was overall like my biggest, most important thing for me personally, because you're going to be spending your next 4 years there, and so it's really important that you feel like you're at home, that you belong, and it's a place where you can really thrive and grow and develop as a person. And for me, I think the reason why I was hesitating so long between LA and Berkeley was because of Berkeley's prestige. And especially my parents, they were super like, Berkeley is so prestigious, like it's the #1 UC campus, best public university in the world, like you should go there. As much as it has that prestige factor, I really don't think it's a big enough difference between Berkeley and LA for me to use that to decide which school to go to, because honestly, in ranking and national and international reputation, there's really not a big difference. They're both very amazing schools that are recognized around the world and the country, and so I didn't really think it was that big of a deal to decide my college based on that. And if prestige is something very important to you, then yeah, maybe it is something you use to decide where you go. But for me, prestige isn't really all that. I think it's more important to find a place where you can really develop as a person and as a student, and just be at a place where you know you can thrive at. So for me, that was LA. For some of you guys watching, maybe it's Berkeley. But yeah, that's basically why I chose LA. I feel like my mind was like, I should choose Berkeley just because it's more prestigious, and logically it makes sense, I guess, for me to choose Berkeley over LA. But for me, I really couldn't deny that LA felt like home. And if you're really stuck between these two schools, or maybe two other schools, and you really feel like your heart is split in half, I feel like there's always a side that you like more. It's even if it's 51 versus 49. And to find out which school you like better, think about which school you're more excited to attend, and when you talk about it, you just feel yourself getting excited. And also for me, what I did, I read this in an article about how to choose your college, because yeah, I was having a really hard time. But basically you take a coin and you put heads and tails, like LA, Berkeley, and you flip it. And while you're flipping it, you're probably thinking of school that you want it to land on. And that's probably the school you really want to go to more than the other school, and that's the school that you should choose. So yeah, I know that's not very scientific or logical, but that's one of the things that kind of helped me realize that I really wanted to go to LA. And also another thing that I remembered was when I was receiving my college decisions the one that I was most excited about was for LA. And I remember when I got my Berkeley decision, I wasn't super excited. I was just kind of happy. But yeah, for the LA one, I was like jumping and like I was freaking out. So hopefully these little anecdotes will help you guys also realize if you're split between two schools, which school you like better. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope it was helpful. It was just basically me rambling my thoughts. I feel like it was super unorganized, but I hope it was still helpful for you guys. And I will be making a lot more college videos in the future, like college application tips and stuff. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!